Hey everybody, Dara Connolly here. Wanted to give you a few tips for women how to avoid interrupters. I was inspired by watching the debate, and I'm here to help all the women out there speak up to be heard, get paid what we deserve, and kick fear to the curb. And if you've ever felt frustrated because you get talked over, or you know your speaking would be more effective if you were not interrupted, then you definitely want to watch this. So, a rock star performance by one of the candidates last night that I'm very proud of. I won't mention names, I don't want to get political, but here we go. So, I'm going to give you 3 of my top tips of what to do when someone's speaking over you. This is 3 of just many more that I can teach you. I have a 10-step positive transformational confidence program that you can check out on daraconnolly.com. And when you follow these skills and these tips, you will hardly ever get interrupted, and you're more likely to be heard and seen as a respected, well-paid woman. So here we go. By the way, I worked in corporate for many years. I now am doing my own business. Obviously, I'm an entrepreneur. But when I worked in corporate, I remember very well being talked over, and I know how that felt. I even can take it as far as people who would be workplace bullies and steal my ideas. And I do a lot of work to help women really voice their opinions and thoughts in a way that people cannot speak over you. And I was frustrated because I have a naturally low voice. It's hard for me to project and speak really loud. I can do it, but I don't do that. Normally, I don't have a loud voice. And people would often speak over me. I remember specifically in meetings that this would happen. And I thought it was so rude. Like, how would somebody do that? You're in the middle of explaining your thoughts and your ideas and these great projects that you're bringing to help the whole team, yet people would interrupt. And listen, I know there's jerks out there who will do this, who will not stop talking until I ended up backing down. And that is not the right way to handle it. So if you're a woman out there who is frustrated because this happens to you, I'm going to teach you what I did to get back my presence and my power in my voice. So here's the first 3 tips I'm going to show you today. And when you do these, you want to make sure you always have an open body posture. So if I'm seated, I sit with a tall spine, shoulders back. I don't want to slouch or make myself smaller or weaker. It's an important dynamic that happens when you have an open gait, it's called, and not just referring to walking. An open body posture shows that you are a confident person. And you could do this standing as well, right? You want to make sure your shoulders back. So just think of having a tall spine at all times, and you'll naturally exude this presence. It's also important to be mindful of what your hands are doing. Now, I'm Italian, so I like to use my hands a lot. But if you start fidgeting with a pen, or you start touching and always moving around and touching your face or wringing your hands, it's going to take away your confidence from what you're saying. So just clasp your hands or put them in your lap or put them on the table. Don't start tapping or making unnecessary noises. You need to control your hands. So when we come from that space of a positive body language, then we use our voice to exude confidence. And one of the first things I want you to do is imagine I'm in a meeting right now and I'm presenting something and someone starts talking over me. I don't want you to stop talking. You're going to stay focused with your presentation, stay focused with the thoughts that you're about to finish. That's number 1. Keep talking, stay calm, and don't even acknowledge them. Because if you turn and look at them, it's giving them an invitation to start talking, and they will. Don't give them that opportunity. So number 1 is keep talking with that regular pace and tone that you had before. And number 2 is when they interrupt you again, then I want you to look directly at them with a blank, confident look and say, I'm talking. And then you continue. Don't pause for too long because you don't want them to jump in. So it's just a quick glance, no more than 2-3 seconds. A quick glance, I'm talking, and keep going. Now, what you can do here is also offer the hand gesture. Okay, when you say it like that, hold on, I'm talking. Now, some people are very persistent and they're going to keep going, right? They talk over you, they start getting louder. You can raise your voice a little bit, but make sure you stay calm and you don't do it in a way that appears like shouting. So the third step is to change your body language. And you can do that in several ways. If the person's next to you, you're going to turn the face towards them. You can look at them for a few seconds, say their name. John, I haven't finished my point. You can put your hand on their shoulder or wrist, just a light tap to let them know, shut up, buddy. Okay. Or if they're across the room from you, you can stand up and get a little bit more of the presence that way. Because if you stand up, then people will notice you and say something specific. Quick eye glance, then take it back, signals to them that you are not finished speaking, and you say, I'll take questions in just a moment. Or after the hand gesture, say, I wasn't finished, and continue. Because a lot of times women pause for too long and then they jump in, and it's not okay for them to interrupt you. You have brilliant ideas. You have your opinion matters. What you're saying is important. So continue with that thought, finish your thought, and say it in a simple and succinct way using your body language and your voice. So to recap, the first 3 tips I want to give you just from when someone interrupts you is to keep talking, calmly keep talking. Number 2 is give them a quick glance and then keep talking using a hand gesture. And the third is to gently touch them if they're close enough to you. Stand up, change your body language, and then again, address it and keep going. A lot of times these guys will wait until you back down, but what I don't want you to do is to apologize. No need to apologize. No need to say, excuse me, because you did nothing wrong. And let's not let them get away with this any longer. Because if you're like me, you get talked over so much that it becomes a pattern. And I realize I need to let them know that they can't do this to me. And you'll be surprised, it does work. People will respond to you by the energy you put out and you put into the room and make it so they know you're someone that they can't talk over. Oh, by the way, this is another thing I want to mention. When you see this happen to other women, let's help support each other. Let's help advocate for each other. Say, hey, no, I'd like to hear what Dara's talking about. I'd like her to finish her point. Or if someone else gets cut off, say, wait a minute, let her finish, please. Let's help advocate for each other so women can use their voice and be heard. And if you need more help with this, I'm available. I have a whole range of programs from just $10 a workshop up through private coaching. Take advantage of my workshops. You can join me for a 14-day free trial to my mastermind. You can find that at daraconnolly.com. And I'm open to doing a free inquiry call with you if you're someone who needs a little bit of help in this area and you just want to reach out and we can see if I can work with you. But every woman deserves to use her voice and speak in a way that she is heard and respected. So reach out. I look forward to hearing from you. You are amazing.